When I go for ego peek on Sentinel, then I feel bad if I die and sight is free? No? Yeah. You think this game is only feel good? When I hide on sight on Sentinel and they push up ramps to ropes and kill my whole team, then I feel bad. There's nothing you can do in this game to feel good all the time. Go play solitaire. You feel that? You don't like to feel bad? I mean, it should feel worse to play too passive. Like if you're avoiding playing correctly because you're worried that you might die, one, you're scared of dying in a video game. Cringe. Two, it's way worse. It's way worse. You're hurting your team way more. Like, okay, this is the Phantom versus Vandal issue. Look. You know why most people prefer the Vandal? Because when the Phantom fails you, it's like palpable. You feel that 140. It's very obvious. The 140, when it screws you over, it's like objective. When the Vandal screws you over, it's because like the first shot accuracy is bad and the bullet misses. But it feels subjective because you don't know if it was the Vandal that screwed you over or if you're just bad. You feel me? And so the Vandal, it lets you cope. To cope. You don't feel it when the Vandal screws you over, but you feel it. You feel it when the Phantom screws you over. So people don't like the Phantom as much because those bad moments, you know that it's the Phantom's fault. You know. While with the Vandal, you don't know if it was the Vandal's fault. So like people gravitate towards that gun more. This is the same thing. When you die first on Sentinel, you know that shit was your fault and you feel giga bad. Objective, okay? But when you play over here passively on Sentinel and you slowly lose the whole game for your team, you could argue that like, I mean, my team failed to fight for heaven though. Like, is that really my fault? So dying first, you're more afraid of this because it's an obvious issue. It clearly costs your team value. While playing passively over here, it does cost your team value. In fact, it costs more. It costs like arbitrarily, let's say it costs your team 5 points, while dying on average costs your team 3 points. So it's like better to die than to do this. They're both bad, but this one's more bad. But the reason why we as humans gravitate towards this mistake is because this mistake over here is palpable. We know we made this mistake. Everyone knows we made this mistake. They can blame us for this mistake. But I'm telling you that doesn't fucking matter. This is a bigger mistake. It's a bigger mistake. Even if it doesn't make you feel as bad, it's a bigger mistake. It costs you more elo. It's worse. You just don't feel more bad about it because the human psyche is fucked up like that.
Hello gamers, look at your elo, now look at mine, now back to your elo, now back to mine. Sadly, it isn't mine, but if you stop autopiloting outdated strategies and start getting free VOD review coaching, it could look like it's mine. Look down, back up, where are you? You're on bind. With the strats, your strats could be like, what's in your hand? Back at me, I have it. It's the Valorant gift card from Woohoojin. For your successful follow-up thought, look again. The gift card is now an ego vandal. Anything is possible when you get your Valorant tips from a talking banana and not TikTok. I'm on a gaming chair.
Guys, higher elo than me. Man, I just want to play Killjoy and get my rank inflated. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. Oh, but they're playing on EU, which means their rank is deflated because EU is the harder region because there's so many players. This guy would be like Radiant NA. Is it the harder region though? Yes, literally yes. That's just how numbers work. Like, look, let me give you this analogy. Imagine you had a country with 500 people and a country with 500,000 people. And those two countries had a competition of who has the best chess player. Statistically speaking, the country with 500,000 people is very likely to have the better chess player because they got more people. EU is a larger continent than NA. Statistically speaking, they're likely to have more competition at the highest level.
Good luck. What? Are you Woohoojin?
Can Mongo be?
Is he Woohoojin?
What? Are you Woohoojin?
Yes.
Nothing.
Bro, this is what my teammates are like. But the problem is I can't say no. Like, I'll be like, no. And they'll be like, dude, you are Woohoojin. And then they'll have a 0.3 KD because their hands are shaking because they're playing live in front of 2,000 viewers or some shit. And it's like, I can't even get mad because I was the same way the first time I played an unrated game with Lily Pichu. I was like, holy fuck, it's Lily Pichu. And like I can't blame them. But also it's annoying because I just want them to play Valorant. Were we 4 stacked A?
You dog?
Smoke
You
me
dog,
up.
Kevin?
No, I don't have dog.
Yes, B.
There's multiple
On
there
site,
though.
on site, on site.
Come out, come out.
We got spike, we got spike, we
Race,
got
race
spike.
site, race site.
One enemy remaining.
Fit lurker. Careful vent.
Vent.
Okay.
Flash and 7.
Okay. Your routing's pretty passive. Like, let's just go here. Freeze.
Fit lurker.
So we see the guy on the mini map, like here. Just go this way. You wanted to go back A. You're gonna go alone? Give a 50? No, you're not. You're gonna go hide and wait for your whole team if you go A. So what's the point? Okay, you see it? Yeah, bet. We just gotta run to Arena and fight this fucker. Where'd you get this setup? I don't recognize it. Here, I'm just thinking about how I see these hecking Killjoy setups go, and this turret and alarm bot seem backwards. Really nuts. I haven't seen this one.
No, I'm holding. You don't holding anything.
He just lets the turret fall,
I'm holding.
like die. Like where does he? Like let's say he comes over here to fight mid. How do we deal with? How does Nats deal with this? I'm actually curious. I'm familiar with this setup. I could see it on like an equal buy round, and he just anchors, pop mollies off of turret. No. I mean like let's say it's a ton of B and mid pressure, yeah. And so you've rotated outside of your turret range because you've gone ropes or you've come up towards B heaven. So only your alarm bot is active. You know what I'm talking about? You pull back turret, keep alarm bot, it watches events and rampler, and you just gamble the A main to screens walk like this. You just say fuck it, they probably won't do that. That's fine. I'm just confirming. Mostly okay. I think that makes a lot of sense, especially on equal buy rounds, and even on equal buy rounds you could consider like pushing and anchoring. But I think specifically against their eco round, I would like a more passive turret like here because it allows you to rotate over towards B and mid, and the turret will spot everything. You know what I'm talking about? And you're not going to flank this round. Does that make sense?
Flashing market.
Yeah, like here, you see how you just sort of have to passively control A while your team gets all the kicking impact. I think the turret over here would like allow you to fight. I think it makes sense to anchor A later. No shot this guy gets past you. That's fuck. This guy booked it. Okay, no. You're telling me you're not gonna start aggro this round on your eco round? Your bonus? Nah. What is this? No, you're breaking every rule of eco round though. So we're on eco round. The only major rule that you have to remember on eco round is you're not allowed to do something that you would do on a normal buy round. Something about this round has to be dumb, has to be risky. It has to be too risky. Like it has to be something I would not like if you were on an equal buy. Does that make sense? You flank usually? Yeah, but you're not right now. I don't care about usually. We're talking about this VOD. This is the one you brought for review. The fuck?
Okay.
Omen.
Told you I did flank. You didn't flank. Your Astra did with Judge. You just sat on A.
I think B heaven.
Hold on.
Play off alarm bot. Astra.
Like, do you see how you're kind of stuck in this circle right now? I don't know. We've had zero impact this round so far, even though we've had one of the strongest guns. Like, I'm going to pull up a Nats VOD. But Nats, yeah, I mean, look. Immediately. Nats has he's got confidence. He's aggressive. That's a different turret he set up here for his eco so that he could rotate towards mid. This is actually exactly what I was talking about.
Step C.
See how he's on an aggressive first angle? But then once he sees like utility coming out instead of a dry fight. So just like you, he likes being in this position. Like Killjoys love being in this position. They love being in the slight off angle with their utility ready to pop as the enemy team comes out. Because this shit is a free round. Like he doesn't start the round here and hope they push A. Because it's like way too passive. Oh, that smoke sucks. Like, look at this. I doubt there's ever a round you've played that looks like this. Does that make sense? You mean Nats is very aggressive? Yeah, and that's why Nats is so good. Killjoy is if you want to be like radiant on Killjoy, you have to be aggressive at the right times. Like it's tricky.
Hunting.
But you can't just like hide.
Nice.
This is actually poorly timed. Like this is aggressive at a bad time. And I can actually relate to this. I make this same mistake on Raze right now and I'm working on it. Notice where your teammates are. You're not tradable right now. I fuck with you going first because you have no utility. It's really good for you to go first. But I want either like this thing needs to be pulling right now or concussing, or this Astra needs to be like closer to here or Jet. You see? Like we're aggro here. I like that, but we need somebody behind us to trade. We should go first though. Agreed.
KO's used 2 flashes. I'm
They
gonna
gave us the bomb?
Took it. Got a judge.
Oh, there's gonna be twos in there. Okay, you're crazy. You're crazy. You actually are just aggressive at the wrong time. Like you think it's just KO? You heard stunned? Yeah, she stunned KO. But like watching back the round, it's basically like the whole squadron is A side, yeah? You get
Yeah.
suppressed.
And
They're
ramps,
pushing A,
ramps,
pushing
a lot of
ramps.
Killjoy and KO.
They flash one ramps. So what's more likely right now? A singular dude solo walked up. Sorry, 2 dudes. It's Killjoy plus KO. No. There's a Killjoy turret that you should see right here. You see it? Also, KO's not a lurker. KO's not a lurker. So we got the bomb. Like it doesn't make sense for the enemy team not to group up to try and take this bomb back. It doesn't make any sense for them not to do that, which means like you have some flawed thought process and we have to get to the bottom of it because that's a bomb. It's not like somebody's going to wait over here and hope his teammates get the bomb. That would be really bad gameplay from them. And we never expect our opponents to do something bad. So I would be worried about this and this. These are like the 2 main threats as far as I'm concerned. Pushing our spawn, come behind us, pushing ropes. I'm actually curious. We've got the timeline. Let's watch after you kill Raze right here. And let's see where Killjoy is. This is round 4. Boom. Bro, it is the fucking Killjoy players. Okay, she's coming towards CT. Yeah. You can see here is all of them. And the Raze turns around to come help her teammate to fight for the bomb. While the passive ass Killjoy is looking to route this way to flank. Nobody's waiting on site. We thought they were already B heaven. Only saw KO on minimap with someone screaming stunned. Yeah, but right here, the dog has not gone into ropes. The dog hasn't cleared ropes.
Took it. Got a judge. Watch out.
And like your Jet has the right idea. You're just like chill. Because your Jet has the correct read that of course they've got buddies. And you just threw. Like, you're dead here, statistically speaking. Because you're not accurate yet. This guy is accurate. This guy just whiffed. The pattern is you're like willing to take fights without your teammates. Sort of. Or without like an exit strategy. At weird times. Yeah, it's like this. And now this is all backwards again. Like your Astra is aggressively fighting a main. Like Nats would be over here. With a shorty too as his secondary that he might use with this goofy smoke, but you're just on site.
Picking mid.
Smoke mid.
Like, what do you do if they all go ramps right now? Like, let's just pretend they all push ramps. They kill your Astra kills one of them, then they go ropes. You're just not in the play. You're completely out of it. Oh my god, we're whipped. Oh!
Low chamber.
Bro gets rewarded for this?
Very low chamber.
Nice. Can you survive?
Yes, but can be heaven, man.
Peeking off you.
No, it can't.
You should run.
One hit chamber, I hit him.
Spike
They have to
planted.
push you.
Come on, help me, guys. They're pushing.
Yeah, so notice how after you die, you wish they came to help you? Like, you probably have to call them over, but also, bro, this shit's all inside of the enemy Killjoy ult. They can't help you.
People aim in.
Yes, no one big.
I'm coming. Nothing was mid.
Yes.
I can flash for you, Astra.
Ramp.
Nice.
Go
Sorry.
ramp.
I guess this answers my question of what if they just go ramps?
Cammy going vent to B.
Wait, he peeked.
Remember when I said, what if they just go ramps? Aren't you not in the round?
But you were
Where'd you
holding me.
die from?
The answer is yes. Yes, you aren't in the round.
Guys, 1B.
Yeah, you saw
B.
nobody. Like, compare this to Nats when they go ramps, where you have the VOD. And so he comes this way to come like behind them and fight and get into the round, because he's effectively going to boom, boom, boom. Like if he kills this Cypher, everyone else is like in this area, and Nats will pressure from behind this way. When I go for ego peek on Sentinel, then I feel bad if I die and sight is free. No. Yeah. You think this game is only feel good? When I hide on sight on Sentinel and they push up ramps to ropes and kill my whole team, then I feel bad. There's nothing you can do in this game to feel good all the time. Go play solitaire. You feel that? You don't like to feel bad? I mean, it should feel worse to play too passive. Like if you're avoiding playing correctly because you're worried that you might die, one, you're scared of dying in a video game. Cringe. Two, it's way worse. It's way worse. You're hurting your team way more. Like, okay, this is the Phantom versus Vandal issue that look. You know why most people prefer the Vandal? Because when the Phantom fails you, it's like palpable. You feel that 140. It's very obvious. The 140, when it screws you over, it's like objective. When the Vandal screws you over, it's because like the first shot accuracy is bad and the bullet misses. But it feels subjective because you don't know if it was the Vandal that screwed you over or if you're just bad. You feel me? And so the Vandal, it lets you cope. To cope. You don't feel it when the Vandal screws you over, but you feel it. You feel it when the Phantom screws you over. So people don't like the Phantom as much because those bad moments, you know that it's the Phantom's fault. You know. While with the Vandal, you don't know if it was the Vandal's fault. So like people gravitate towards that gun more. This is the same thing. When you die first on Sentinel, you know that shit was your fault and you feel giga bad. Objective, okay? But when you play over here passively on Sentinel and you slowly lose the whole game for your team, you could argue that like, I mean, my team failed to fight for heaven though. Like, is that really my fault? So dying first, you're more afraid of this because it's an obvious issue. It clearly costs your team value. While playing passively over here, it does cost your team value. In fact, it costs more. It costs like arbitrarily, let's say it costs your team 5 points, while dying on average costs your team 3 points. So it's like better to die than to do this. They're both bad, but this one's more bad. But the reason why we as humans gravitate towards this mistake is because this mistake over here is palpable. We know we made this mistake. Everyone knows we made this mistake. They can blame us for this mistake. But I'm telling you that doesn't fucking matter. This is a bigger mistake. It's a bigger mistake. Even if it doesn't make you feel as bad, it's a bigger mistake. It costs you more elo. It's worse. You just don't feel more bad about it because the human psyche is fucked up like that.
Bro, I don't see it in the minimum. 90 on him.
Can't use that yet. CTQ.
90k.
Win.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got the right read. That one could be B main. Makes a lot of sense. What doesn't make a lot of sense is how you fight for it alone. You're making a lot of footsteps here. So if they were holding, for example, along this line, you get one tapped for free. Like if you've ever played deathmatch and just held a guy off of their noise, you know how easy that shot is. You're not missing it. So you just gave them that kill basically for free with the way you scaled B main here. I most likely would have shift walked into B main and just like vibed in this like region, because you can just hold from this off angle. It's not like they can deny this plant because they'd have to peek into you. So I would just control for a bit. Your buddy's planting and then like, I don't know, do we have a sky flash? Beats me. Didn't ask. Does our teammate want to push B main with us? I don't know. Didn't ask. I would like to do something. Didn't want to bait teammates. What do you mean? How is controlling B main while your teammate's planting exposed to B main baiting your teammates? I'm not sure I understand. He sat there like he said, 4v3. Theoretically, be 4v2 is heaven and CT. Be helpless. What do you mean? If you're playing right here, you are 2 footsteps away from fighting rafters in heaven. Yeah, I guess if they flood all 4 out CT, you're effectively baiting. But nobody does that. Nobody retakes like that. So pressure to make a play because you're a man down. Yeah, but like this is a suboptimal fight. And you got to understand, being a man down is not a problem here. If that bomb gets planted, it's 3v4 retake, which is actually pretty even. pretty even because the bomb's planted open. So we're not at a disadvantage at that point, even though the numbers we're down one. Like professional teams will play when they do retake prac, they will always have a 1-man advantage on the side of the retakers because that's closer to fair. So with that bomb going down, I evaluate this, especially with it going down in the open, I evaluate this as a fair post plant. And so I don't want to take a fight that's worse than a 50-50. And peeking into all of this area is worse. It's worse than a 50-50. Like, who would you rather be? Would you rather be the guy holding from the off angle, or would you rather be the guy peeking? And I'm almost certainly picking the guy holding from the off angle.
30
On
seconds
site
left.
still, Killjoy. On top, she's on top.
On top.
1 HP Killjoy.
Delete it.
1 HP Killjoy.
One more, one.
One enemy remaining.
All right. Let's talk about the peaks. Let's talk about the peaks because
Still.
the actual idea is good here. So you get spotted. You know she's rafters,
She's on top.
On top.
but now look at this peak. I think you're even holding. Yeah, you are diagonal peeking this, dude. That's gross. So nice flick. Good on
1 HP
peak.
Killjoy.
And now let's talk here. Because I guarantee you, Nats is pre-firing this corner. And then he might even pre-fire here, then here, then here, then here. He might really clear this shit. Because it makes sense. Watch you lazy clear it. If you already start clearing the next bit. You see how you're already pre-aiming? You didn't even clear this angle. You see? You're already clear. And then you're like, oh shit. And you get like really, really lucky. Like really lucky. I'm gonna boot up Valorant to demonstrate because I think it is important to have the visual aid. You're gonna really struggle to play against the Radiant players if you're playing your fights like this. Like if the decision making were completely unchanged, but you were in a Radiant lobby here, you're just dead. You just died. And the decision making's not even bad. You know, the peaks aren't the best. Trying to fix it in DM. No, this isn't a mechanical error on the second one. It's an intention error. This peak right here, you start pre-aiming for the next peak. You literally didn't check if he was here. That's not mechanics issue. You didn't even try to pre-fire bullets here in the first place. So no amount of deathmatch helps here. This is a decision-making error on your part, or laziness, or I don't know what it is, but it's not mechanics. The first peak is mechanics, the first peak. The second peak is like the opposite. Okay, this first peak you need to be coming right here. And the second peak, like this. Like you're missing this, or at least just deady peeking onto the guy, you know? Like you're literally already coming out over here without firing a bullet, even though this guy made a footstep stairs, like
On top.
right there.
1 HP Killjoy.
Do you see? It's not mechanics issue on this chamber. It's lazy. There's no intent to kill. You're not, if I had to guess, you're not in giga focus mode. Like let's pull up the hecking bang VOD that we watched the other day. Oh look, pre-round, vibing. Vibing, 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 playing the round. Watch when he enters crosshair mode. Not vibing. Not vibing.
Yeah, they might react to cat.
Look at this peek. Bam. If there was an enemy there, he would have clicked. Because he's not peeking thinking, they're not here. He's peeking going, I dare you motherfuckers to be catwalk. I dare you. See what happens if you're catwalk. I'll sit you the f down. And he's like, oh, okay, they're not catwalk. Looks at his minimap. Vibing. Vibing. Whatever. Let's look at my minimap, see what's going on. Fucking dare you to be market. See what happens. All right. Not market. Vibing. I dare you. See what happens. Your lever? I'll fuck you up. Damn. You dare go logs against me? Nah. Meanwhile, you're like,
On top.
anybody rafters? Oh shit, one rafters. Whoa. Anybody see? Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's one there. Oh, ooh. Got him.
One enemy.
All right. Where's Omen? I don't know.
Turret out.
Hurry it up.
My heaven.
Yes.
10 seconds left. Spy plant.
Like, look at your crosshair right now. There's no world. You're ready for that guy to peek. It's too close to the corner. You're in an off angle. Omen's head would be here if he peeks CT.
Yeah.
Don't go, Killjoy, Killjoy.
Eric? Oh.
It's your problem. Yeah.
Alright, guys.
I don't mind pushing out, but you need to understand right here. Do you see? You have no intent on fighting anybody CT. You're surprised that she's CT. We don't peek with intent. Like, why do you have your gun out? Lazy crosshair artist? No. Like, even if his crosshair was at head level, that's not the problem. The problem is he's not expecting an enemy. He's not expecting there to be an enemy. Yeah, like, you see how you're already dead to rafters? Like, look. So right here, you're angled. Rafters can see you. You've already walked way too far forward, and you like start moving your crosshair as you're already exposed to it. Like, this is you do this in customs, not in like deathmatch or something. Deathmatch is way too fast paced. Deathmatch is good for shit like, where is head height in this fight? Deathmatch will teach you that. They'll teach you if it's here, if it's here, if it's here. It's really good for learning shit like these vertical fights where your crosshair height should be. Very good for that. Deathmatch is not good for practicing like very carefully slicing the pie and scaling up, shifting when you should, when should you shift, when shouldn't you. Deathmatch is not good for this, mostly because everyone's just running around. I would just do this in customs. That's what I used to do, like ensuring I could peek every single angle. Like, go watch, like the way you're doing this is like you're lurking, right? And so you're looking for a fight. You can easily find rounds, not too easily, but you can find rounds where players like Nats are lurking on attack. And when they're taking space aggressively on this lurk are the rounds where you want to pay attention to how they're peeking things and just like replicate. Let's see. I think we'd be unlikely to see a B main lurk in a Nats VOD. It's a topic for another time because you're out here lurking B main as a Nats enjoyer. Just kind of weird. Oh, bet. Getting perfect example. Immediately. Vibing. I fucking dare you to fight me, B main. See what the hell happens.
Wait.
Unpeaks, looks at minimap.
Just blend, dude. Just blend.
Bro, like, look. Like right here, I could mistake you for a Radiant with how carefully you're crossing the space, okay? But right here, watch how fast you become a giga noob.
Just blend.
You're dead. You just died. You like went from so carefully clearing your space. You cleared this. You came over here. You're shifting because you're further from the angle. The only thing I might have done better was Deddy peek right here. But then you just do this. Like, what? Bro, they could be holding you because they know you're CT.
Kills on me.
I'm flanking heaven.
No, 40.
Dude, why are you peeking? I'm flanking.
You know what?
No.
Kills on me.
I'm flanking heaven.
Bro, you didn't say Reyna don't fight. I'm flanking or whatever.
No, 40.
But also, you just got owned.
Dude.
You know what?
No, 40.
Feels bad.
Dude, why?
You thought in this elo he wouldn't peek when I say I'm flanking? Then you're an idiot. Look, Reyna's over here, okay? I'm going to put you into Reyna cam real quick, okay? I'm going to... One sec. Okay, so this is Reyna cam. Because she's first in contact, she has a gun out, and she knows there's an enemy in front of her. This is what Reyna sees right now. And now the comm is, I'm flanking heaven. That's the comm. And you need her to connect all the dots and go, Reyna, don't peek. I'm going to take the next fight heaven. F off, dude. That's not how the game works. And now I see you coping. Like, I thought you don't want to micromanage because the Russians get super toxic. Bro, you're so cringe. I'm done with this shit. Let them get toxic. Make the right call. Don't be like, oh, I didn't make the right call because I'm afraid that they're Russian and they'll flame me. Cringe. Literally just, Reyna, don't peek. I'm flanking heaven. Yeah, they're going to flame me for that? If they're going to flame you for that, they're probably going to flame you for everything anyways. Like, who cares? You are way too passive. You copy Matt's setups, but you don't copy his playstyle around those setups. Go back to the VODs and take better notes. You don't peek with intent. Frequently peek, gun out, see an enemy, and proceed to be surprised that they are there. You cope way too much. That you intentionally do bad things for ridiculous reasons. I didn't come correctly there because Russians are toxic. I didn't peek properly there because my teammate said blah blah blah. You gotta own up to your mistakes or you're never gonna get good. If you shrug off your mistakes and like pretend they're out of your control for random shit that you can't control, you're never hitting Radiant.